Hi everybody, welcome back, and we're in Roberval, Quebec, Canada, and as I've been saying, you know, Roberval is Quebec here in Canada, a town of only 11,000, but you know, come the next few days when the World Swimming Championships start, you know, this town's going to really rock and it's really going to boom, and it's because of my dear friend here. He's one of these amazing men that has an amazing story, and as we say, you know, behind every great competition and venue and event, there's also great volunteers and people who are dedicated to the cause. And no one more than my friend here. So do you want to introduce yourself, Gille?
Yeah, Gille Potvin, and I've been involved with this town. Well, I was born here. I left, I was quite young, but and I worked in 6 Canadian provinces. But one passion that never left me is long-distance swimming. And there's a good reason for it. My Boy Scout leader, Mr. Bedard, is the one that founded this competition. And he invited Jacques Amiot in 1955, and in 1955 Roberval here was 100 years old. It was a centennial year for this city, and I was a Boy Scout, 12 years old at that time. And we watched what happened, and Mr. Amiot crossed the lake, and then my Boy Scout leader says, Gille, could you take this typewriter to that newspaper guy over there? And he started to write, Jacques Amiot just realized something impossible. And I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, no. I said, you can't write that. If it would have been impossible, he wouldn't have crossed it. And I said, someday I'm going to do it myself. I was a cocky little 12-year-old Boy Scout. And that was the start of it, and it just lightened me up, and then I became a swimmer, very poor swimmer. I had more success as a coach, as an organizer, and I've been involved in this sport now for over 50 years. So,
it's a lovely story.
Yeah.
It's a lovely story. Now, as I was saying, you know, and you're hearing in the videos, we've been interviewing people from Quebec and talking about this town that has this amazing resilience, but also has amazing pride.
Yeah.
In their workmanship.
Yeah.
So, what's your involvement this week with the World Swimming Championships?
Well, what we're doing here, we have kids this week, about 40 of them who will be, we're holding a training camp. So the site we're at right now, with the help of the armed forces for security on water and first aid. So we're doing first aid. I have an ambulance here. I have 20 volunteers, first responders that are going to help, and I have 23 people from the armed forces. So anybody getting sick or getting injured and all that, we take care of that. At the same time, we're holding a training camp. Okay, the kids that are between 14 and 17 years of age who are interested in doing some long distance swimming. So we're doing some talent detection also as well. And so we have a couple of them right now that I think would do pretty well if they're properly directed, you know, in this. And what a better chance than what we have with the World Championships, seeing the best in the world, seeing the organization, seeing the importance of that, seeing the opening ceremonies tonight with the fireworks and everything, and the closing ceremony. For them, you know, it's going to show them just how great long distance swimming is. And it's going to talk by itself. We won't have to say anything to the coaches. We won't have to say anything to Mr. Lefebvre, who's the provincial director at the Quebec Swimming Federation. I think he's going, you know, this week he can't help but realize how important it is. It's not an Olympic event. It's been at the World Championships. Shelley, you have done great, great, great. Best female swimmer ever. And we have a lot of admiration. And if you have a little bit of time this week, I would just like to introduce you as well to the kids that are going to be here, because, you know, I don't know why, but we have 22 girls and 4 guys.
Now, I've told you about women in open water swimming. I reckon it's about, you know, the most important 6 inches of your body, the distance between your ears. Boys seem to light up when I say that. But you know what's really interesting, Gille, is we talk about risk management and OHS, you know, in all industries, in all walks of life now. But when you come to Roberval, you know, the Roberval Organising Committee do water safety better than any other organising committee in, you know, what I believe in the world. What is it about here that you really know how to execute and take care of those swimmers out there?
I think it's been the 57 years uninterrupted involvement. Listen, last Thursday I was at a meeting, they call it the Italian meeting. I don't know why the name, but it means that it's going to be long and we're going to check everything. Just to give you an example, the guy responsible to make sure that the engines on the boats that will follow the swimmers will work properly, they have a checklist and they go through every item. Was this done? Yes, yes, and so on. So it's for everything. First aid, the doctors, the security on the water. So with all the experience that they have developed, and you know, they never take for granted where they're at. They always want to do better. They always want to improve on something. And I feel that, and this motivates me personally very, very much to be involved with them, because, you know, to me, I break from my regular work. I have a company in first aid and pre-hospital trauma life support care, and it gives me a good break from all that, even though we're doing first aid, to get right back in the swimming, you know, things of what we're going to be doing all week. And I'm so enthused and so glad to see you again and see Paul. And there's one guy that I missed that I wish he would be here, would be John Kinsella, because I had 6 wins with him here. And
if he was here, everybody would know, because we know John's got a big heart.
Yeah, you know, he established a record here that lasted 25 years. And the year they broke it, he was following the race on internet. The first 12, including 4 girls, broke the record. So my phone rang and he said, "What happened? You know, what happened here today?" And well, I said this, well, I'm very fast here today. And so he laughed, you know, and he says, I knew it was going to be broken someday, but broken this way, I didn't expect that.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about records, is records are made to be broken. And something that lasted 27 years?
25.
25 years means, you know, he was in a class of his own. But then when you look at technology and everything, and they're swimming a lot differently, they're swimming in packs rather than swimming on their own with a boat.
That helps too,
And you know, there is that pack mentality and that peloton, like in cycling, it happens, that force nature in that pack and the movement of water, etc. And we won't get involved in all the technical sides right now.
No, but it's a good point you're making, Shelley, because this week, this is part of our training camp. You know, that pack swimming, that awareness, where am I? My competition is where? Where's that girl? I want to make sure I don't let go. Has she taken off? You know, where is she? Being aware in the water. So it's a different type of coaching. You're right on with that. And I hope I don't get, you know, attached to old methods and all. And no, I think I'm right back with it. Though.
Well, everybody, you know, you've heard a variety of aspects here about it, thinking like a champion, creating a champion mindset, and achieving your goals. You've heard about planning, preparation. You've heard about purpose. You've heard about focus, mindset, goal setting, and really reinventing yourself. I mean, Gille here has literally come full circle, haven't you, Gille?
Oh, yeah, I have.
And as you said, you know, you thought you may have lost it, but you know, you've got up to speed. So,
and I think the change, you know, I'm 68 years old right now.
Oh, get out of town.
And my wife says, you're still as passionate as you were. She, you know, when we say the word swimming, your eyes light up. She says, you instantly look 10 years younger. And so, you know, it's motivation, and it's such a great sport, you know. It's I hope everybody will discover it, and just for what it's worth, you know.
Now, I just want to share with you, because I've shared the moment in a previous interview I did. You know, I got out in the lake yesterday, and it's hard not to, you know, go back to that moment when you come through that harbour, the boats tooting their horns, the people screaming your name, the applause is deafening. You've sat, you know,
the church right back there ringing the bells and everything.
I've got goosebumps right now. And you know, what's that mean to you? Because you've been in the water, you've been on a boat, and now you're in the organising capacity. So just finish up with giving us a few quick points on what it means to you when you come through.
Well, it's always the same emotions. I get tears in my eyes when no matter what I do. You know, I can be refereeing a competition like I did in the World Cup a few years ago and all that. And I have so much admiration for what's going on, and I know how much the people from here, you know, and it's my hometown. Like I said, I was born here. I was a Boy Scout here. My Boy Scout leader started that. So all of that is, you know, it's like a tree. A tree, when you cut it, you see all the circles of the years, you know, but in the middle, the core, the little child that we've been, and the young kids that we've